Lovely. We shall. For the briefest of moments, I was worried. I thought we still had those Veyruin pamphlets, and that would have been, to put it mildly, a very awkward conversation. Lovely, you did join us, Cora. We are back on Jemison.
Sometimes I just want to turn off the grav drive so we can float around.
That'd be mildly interesting. I don't know how to do that on this ship, though.
Bye!
Well, unless you mean the grav jumps. In that case, it is usually off. Evening?
Anything I can help you with?
Not presently. What I do need assistance with, though, is offloading a massive amount of stuff. So, we are going to be selling from the frontier. Specifically, heavy things, nickel, lead, that sort of stuff. That's a bit better. We need space in the cargo hold. Next stop, the lodge. Where did your father go? Well, he knows that we're here for a reason and where we're going. So I'm going to presume he's intelligent enough.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please.
Yes, I'm aware of this routine.
Okay.
Assuming he knows that we're going to the lodge. No. Additionally... Oh, right, I still have a bunch of stuff in the soul system to do. I need... No. I have that. Tridoc Blues. No. Maybe it's activities. Oh, I already turned in that present. That's what I was actually kind of thinking of. Additionally, I need to speak with Kelton. And if my assumption's correct, he's probably by that bloody tree in the Mast District. Which seems to be a pretty, accurate assessment based on my scanner. Evening, everyone. Scientists better be up. Got important things to do. I would say it's good to be back, but I don't know if that is actually a true sentiment that I hold. I smell bureaucracy and pettiness. Hello. There's a tinge, an underlying little bit of hope and optimism in there. What makes me confused. Kelton.
Oh, I was hoping we might run into one another again.
Lovely.
Your timing is most fortuitous. I'm on the verge of something, but I don't quite have all the information I need.
You seem to be in a perpetual state of not having all the information that you need.
We're in uncharted territory here. It's inevitable.
Fair.
Of course, now that I understand more about what's going on, it seems plain as day. And yet I never would have imagined it before. The tertiary trunks have also liquefied their interiors, but they're not vibrating. I thought perhaps it was some sort of defect, but it's much simpler. They're listening.
I don't understand any of what this means. You need to, like, simplify.
It means it is ready to reproduce. I believe this tree is sending vibrations out over massive distances and expecting to detect sympathetic vibrations in return.
What?
As of yet, there's been no response. I suspect that will not change, that a response is impossible, and that's very, very bad news.
My primary school education was a while ago, and may or may not have been fully completed to its fullest. But I don't remember that's being how trees work. But I guess we're on a different planet, so who knows? That's out the window. Define bad news, though.
We're continuing to see an increase in the strength and frequency of the vibrations. I don't know how much more significant it will become. If there's no response, the tree may vibrate itself and some nearby portion of the city to destruction.
I
Now,
see.
as of yet, there has been no response. And clearly, none of the nearby individuals are a correct match. While it can't be ruled out that the intended recipient of these messages was cut down during the city's expansion, there is one other possibility. Over 100 years ago, the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective emerged from the Narian War.
Right.
As a gesture of peace and goodwill, a near-literal olive branch, one of the trees from New Atlantis, was offered to the leaders of Aquila City.
Oh. I see. Weird choice.
Certainly wouldn't have been my first suggestion. Something about the common roots of humanity or some such. Politicians and their metaphors. Of course you can't just uproot a native species and plunk it down on some other planet in a totally different environment and expect it to grow.
Humans
Clearly
pretty good
no
with that.
exobotanists were consulted ahead of time. The end result was wholly predictable. The tree died within a few short years.
So we've hit a dead end, is what you're telling me.
Clever, but no, not necessarily. The tree died, yes, but branches were kept. At least one still exists in the museum there in the city. If I had that branch, I could get DNA samples, and then using various data I've gathered, I could attempt to simulate a response. We could then broadcast that response and hopefully calm down our friend here. But as I say, I need that branch.
And we've finally got to what we need.
I'm afraid I can't be two places at once, and I have too much going on here. The museum in Aquila City is under the supervision of one Miss Kassler, I'm told. I don't know anything about her, but hopefully she'll be willing to listen to reason and assist our cause. All right, off you go. We don't have any time to waste.
I'm playing matchmaker for a tree. That is how low I have sunk. Where? No offense to the people of Aquila City, but I was hoping I would have been done with them for a little bit longer. A little bit too dusty for my taste. Which is ironic, seeing as mining was my prior profession. Not necessarily 100% by my choice. Previous decisions at previous employers may have got me in that position. But that's in the past. Hello everyone, we are back with another artifact.
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
Shush.
Is anyone hurt? You didn't let Cora handle the artifact, did you? We don't know what effects it might have on someone her age.
Relax. We're fine. Go ahead. Time for that artifact to meet its siblings.
Oh, now you're so, like, chipper. Ugh.
Just, what are we building here?
I don't know.
Haven't picked up any kind of frequency
I'm
or
still
signal
standing here.
coming from it.
That doesn't mean much. This thing could be emitting something we can't even detect. As far as we know, we could be building a gigantic bomb that will blow up as soon as we finish it. Or maybe it's some kind of interstellar children's
Shush.
toy.
Why would either of those things give the Discoverer visions and music? It's a message.
Yeah.
I'm sure of it.
What he said,
We
probably.
just have to hope that finding more of the pieces will give us some clue.
I hear that. Moving forward sometimes means fumbling around in the dark.
Yeah.
I think Cora and I can use some downtime, but you let me know if you ever want to team up again. Oh, and since it tends to come up, me and my Rugrat co-pilot work as a team. That's non-negotiable. If I'm coming with, that means Cora's on your ship.
Yeah, I don't actually have any problem with that, but I will talk to you later.
Likewise. You know where to find us.
Yes, I do. You'd be right here. 7,200 freaking credits. Jeez.
Sarah's the best possible person to be running Constellation at a
Yes.
time like this.
So you've said.
Focused. No
Pardon me,
nonsense,
Mateo. Pardon.
and dedicated.
Sarah,
Yeah? What can I help you with?
are you ready to head back out?
I'm glad you're back. Let's get moving.
Perfect. Lovely. Right. So we've done another... I don't know. We've done something. I don't know if it's a good thing or not. But... So Sarah, unfortunately, we have a bunch of different things that we're going to have to tackle in a variety of manners. One, at some point we have to go back to Aquila City to get a tree branch from a museum to clone a tree. I don't know. Weird to me as well. Oh yeah, that's a thing. Not interested in joining the Rangers. We do have some stuff in the Sol system we could work on. That's pretty low priority. What I'm really interested in is actually going to go get Heller and then working on getting Barrett. So... as such, let's get back to the frontier. We need to install a landing
Ever wonder
pad.
how the Crimson Fleet seems to be everywhere? It's because they have little outposts everywhere.
Yeah.
There were so many facilities abandoned after the colony war. Piracy.
Yeah. I'm aware. I've had my fair share of run-ins with them. We get Heller, and then we need to go figure out the whole Barrett situation. Also, we need to go this way. So we can go and get train, trolley, whatever you want to call it. Transport. Alright. I feel like there's something else we could be doing in this city yet, but whatever. Probably is. Well, things that don't involve joining military organizations. Alright, there it is. Yep, we just got a notification that we can get Keone's info or data or talk to them about the Ashta stuff. Where's spaceport? This way. I hope. Right. So we go back to that moon, get Heller, get him off of there. Then we go find Barrett. Probably we're gonna have to go through the Altair system.
You will be scanned as you
which means we might as well figure out what's going on there. Because it just makes some logical sense. Or we clear off our board of Sol system stuff.
Lifting off right away, or do you need a little bit of time?
No, pretty soon. Right, Sol system. I need a lot of... Crap. I just sold my aluminum. I'm dumb. Anyways. So, we can do that. We can go do that. That's in the red mile, maybe? Or am I thinking of something else? Let's go to the Sol system, clean up some of these tasks that we have for them there. Then we can... Right, because Sol system is here. Barrett is Narian, so we jump to Sol, jump to Narian, then to Altair, and then to Bessel. Yeah, I think that's the plan. Kind of zigzag our way through. Get ready, Lynn. We're taking off. Plus, we might as well just do some exploration while we're at it, too. Never hurts. Might find an artifact. Lovely. We, first, let's power up our grav drive. And then, map. We don't want galactic. There we go. We are... Yep, Sol system. Lovely. Tight.
And we're done. Welcome to New Homestead.
Oh. Okay. Oh, that was actually rather convenient. I accidentally went to Homestead, which is the exact place I needed to go for this Drakenstar Force book. So we might as well just set down there. Right. So let's land. Huh. Interesting. What was that? Negative 180. No oxygen and 0.14 grav. Lovely. We've got plenty of, I don't know, space to work with. Media sponge. Here it is. You said something. You mentioned you might have something for me?
I certainly do. It's all yours.
Lovely, thank you.
Bye for now.
Yes, indeed. We need to find a comic book shop.
Welcome to New Homestead. Please make your way to the building at the end of the path and down into the colony below. Stay safe and enjoy your visit.
Okay. Sarah, is that a normal greeting? I'm not used to that. Seems bizarre. Abnormal.
Maybe you can get that to point us to the nearest restaurant. Haha.
Are you being funny? It's actually kind of endearing.
Interesting. The last thing I expected to stumble across at this type of settlement is a museum. Might be worth a look around.
Agreed. Let's go in. Alright, let's go. Ready? There we go. Very bizarre. Hello?
The people here live a simple life. Try not to complicate it.
I would never dream of it.
It's been a while since I last visited. Nice to see this place still has the same charm.
We take vandalism seriously here. You do not mess with history.
Okay. Energy Systems Office, let's not go there. Alright, this is really bizarre. Hello.
Sure, those folks in Sidonia may be closer to Earth, but we do a better job preserving its traditions.
Okay. New homestead.
Enjoy your visit here.
Hello. I hope that the magazine, comic book,
Very informative. I didn't
is
know about
not.
the methane harvesters before coming.
There are times I envy those who are able to travel like you.
Hello.
Hello there. Are you here to peruse our little museum exhibit?
I hope you'll come back and see us again
Yes,
sometime.
and no.
I hope you'll consider another Starsap tour. Tell your friends.
Bye.
I mean,
Thanks
but to be
again.
honest, I didn't know that there was a museum here out in Titan.
Ah, I could see how that might not be clear, given that it's displayed in the main concourse here. But if you take a look, you'll notice our collection of rare
don't
Earth
like that
antiquities salvaged from before the collapse. It's quite the unique glimpse into our past.
Okay.
If you have any questions about the exhibit or New Homestead, I'm happy to answer as best as I can.
Lovely. What can you tell me about New Homestead?
It's an interesting story. New Homestead began as a scientific research base called the Titan Astrobase, back when space travel was in its infancy.
Okay.
The hope was that humanity would be able to discover simple alien life here given the moon's composition and water supply. When
Sensible.
that
Makes
ultimately failed, it was
Okay.
repurposed as a colony research base where scientists and engineers studied how to build colonies on inhospitable worlds.
Ah.
Then, finally, when gravity drives were commonplace and we started finding Earth-like planets, New Homestead was born as a living history community to preserve that past.
Okay. Kind of interesting. Who are you precisely, and what's your role here?
I am Maurice Leon, and I am the community elder. As the oldest living citizen at 96, my only job is to keep Earth history alive.
Okay.
I tell stories to the young people and the visitors from other worlds. Although my memory isn't what it used to be, I try my best to get the stories right.
Interesting. I'd like to hear a little bit about Earth, if you don't mind.
Sure, I'd love to.
Have you ever been there?
There was once a war, so big that they say all of the world was involved. This was actually the second time it happened.
What?
They fought because a terrible man named Hitler rose to power and slaughtered many innocents. Millions were lost. Even the colony war pales in comparison.
Yeah, I would say so. Dang.
I apologize. Could you speak up?
Yeah, any more stories about Earth?
Why, certainly. It's what I do. There was a time when huge monstrosities called dinosaurs ruled over Earth, long before humans existed. They were similar to some of the larger life forms you might see elsewhere in the settled systems. Their reign ended when I can never remember if it was a comet, an asteroid, or a meteor that hit the Earth.
I think it was a
Whatever
meteor,
was,
if my readings
it nearly wiped out most of the life at that time.
Very interesting. Well, how about this exhibit specifically?
Of course, certainly. We have several items in our collection that we rotate in and out over time, but they all originate from the same place, Earth. We have everything from toys to antique technology to sports memorabilia. We even used to have an old Earth vehicle, but we had to sell it when we ran out of space for it. Most of our collection was donated by fellow Earth enthusiasts and historians who felt it belonged close to the homeland here in the Sol system.
It's understandable. Well, thank you for your time. Very enlightening.
Thanks for visiting.
Of course. What?
Damn power's on the fritz again.
Huh.
Joyce always seems to need help clearing ice off the equipment.
Well, I can certainly try to assist her with that. Store. Oh.
Whew. It is so cold here.
Hello.
Well, hello there, and welcome to my little shop. Are you visiting New Homestead for the first time?
Yes. I happen to be here for the first time.
Oh, nice. You know, it's always such a pleasure to meet people from other worlds. Or just space. I don't judge.
All the above.
I'm Jay. I'm happy to help you find what you're looking to buy or take a look at whatever you want to sell. Trades of all kinds are welcome here.
Okay.
Or if you have any questions for me about the shop, the merchandise, or even just New Homestead in general, I'm happy to help you.
All right. Well, let's see what you're selling first.
Sure thing. I'm also interested in buying if you have anything for sale.
Of course. And I am always looking to sell, which is one of my many qualities. No. Actually kind of do like it, but no. No. I don't need a cowboy hat. Ooh, I like the blue. It's a nice blue. Anachrome foods. Ooh. Dragon Star Force Volume 1. It's not even that expensive. Sure. Sword of Damocles. I think I have one of those, so I'm not going to buy that. Aluminum. Let's... Oh my goodness, it's lucky I have a lot of credits. Let's just, yes, buy it. Digipic. You said Digipix? What? Weird. Alright. Perfect. You mentioned something about trading. Anything in particular you're looking for?
Glad you asked. I'm looking for all sorts of things. Anything, really. Clothing, weapons, jewelry, even stuff they consider junk. You name it. We don't get a lot of off-world stock, so I offer to buy things from travelers. Anything they're willing to part with. Between you and me, people around here talk a lot about tradition and whatnot, but even they get curious about what other worlds have to offer.
That didn't really narrow it down. What about souvenirs? Every museum needs a good souvenir.
We used to, but not anymore. Believe it or not, the new Homestead Tourism Board decided a while back to do away with souvenirs.
Why?
We don't really have the resources or facilities to make them here ourselves, and it was decided that anything less than that would seem exploitive of our people and inauthentic. Only thing we have are these souvenir slates about the history of New Homestead. Tell you what, I've got an extra one here that another guest left behind a while back. You can have it.
Thanks. Can't imagine why they would have done that. Bye?
Come back anytime.
What kind of museum? Pardon me, let's take it out here. Sarah, I need you to explain something to me. What kind of museum doesn't sell
to lay eyes on the earth
souvenirs?
just once.
For real, though.
Don't stay outside for too long here on Titan. We'll freeze solid without the proper protection.
Good thing I have the proper protection, isn't it? But come on, really?
So then
Do you know the museum here is full of old Earth artifacts?
They have a freaking tavern,
I know I shouldn't have,
but
I just
not
wanted
a
to
proper
see
souvenir. I'm immensely concerned with this tourist board's priorities, because oh boy, we've had this conversation before.
Welcome to New Homestead.
I know we have. But branding, you need it. You're a museum. You make money off of tourists.
I can't
Give them good
believe
quality
the chunks here
souvenirs.
ran out of special sauce again. It sounded like the guy would pay someone to get it for him.
I'm learning so much here. Everyone should visit at least once.
Hello?
Hello there. Welcome to the New Homestead Chunks. We've got all your Chunks' favorites. Well, almost all of them. Sadly, we're out of the special sauce. I know. But
What
everything
sauce?
else is still that great Chunks food you know and love.
Okay.
So, what can I do for you?
Make it make sense for me. Luther. New Homestead's got this whole, like, authentic living history type of thing going on. And then they have chunks. No offense. I eat chunks. Just like the next person. But doesn't it go kind of... It doesn't align with everything I've heard so far. I'm confused.
Well, people gotta eat, you know? But seriously,
Right.
I think we're just starting to get with the times a little. And I can't think of a better restaurant than Chunks to usher that in. I think corporate just saw New Homestead as an untapped market. And the locals may not eat it, but the tourists love having a taste of home.
Right.
Don't let me rush you.
Oh, you aren't. You seem to really like chunks then, huh?
You know I do. And what's not to love? It's delicious, nutritious, easy, fast, inexpensive. It sure makes my hungry belly sing for joy. Here, my wife thinks I eat too much Chunks food, but I just can't help myself. It's so good.
Okay. It sounds like there might be a little bit of an underlying problem. What's your favorite chunk then, if you are such a connoisseur of them?
Oh, you had to go and ask the hard questions, huh?
Apparently.
How can I pick just one? There's chicken chunks, beef chunks, potato chunks, cheesesteak chunks, cheesecake chunks.
That one's good.
You know what? I'm gonna cheat if you don't mind, and just say I love them all equally.
That's a cop-out. Although, let's roll this all back. Running out of the special sauce seems like a small problem.
If I'm completely honest, it is. And people are always saying how this Chunks can't compare to the real deal. And I just know it's because we never had that mouth-watering sauce.
Never.
I've been in contact with some of the other restaurants out there, and they'll give me some. But they say they can't afford to send it, And I don't have a ship, so what am I to do?
I see a potential opportunity here. Is there a reason that Chunks just doesn't send you the sauce? Is it because of like the whole like franchisee nonsense?
For real? Good question. They haven't said, but I think it has something to do with them prioritizing other chunks over mine.
Probably.
Guess it's made at a different facility than our other food. And they don't even want to pay the shipping cost to ship from another store to ours.
Fair.
Yeah, sometimes
Wait.
I get lucky and a cargo hauler passes through with a route that takes them near other chunks and back again. But there's no guarantee.
So, all chunks are corporate? Not franchised? I'm delving way too deep into like something that like, so it's really that important.
You bet it is. You may not hear people talk about it, but trust me, it's the secret ingredient. It's like the glue that holds it all together. I mean, not literally. I'm not saying it's glue or that our food falls apart. It's delightful. Tangy, savory, it's a little sweet, but not
really
too sweet.
dodged a bullet there.
And I've noticed that once people find out we don't have it, sometimes they don't return.
Just don't tell
The
them.
reason business isn't as good as other chunks.
Oh, well. I have a business proposition for you, my good sir. I just so happen to have a ship with some spare cargo space, and I do tend to travel the solar systems. I would be willing to contract my services to you to bring you that sauce.
Wait, for real? You do that? You're not pulling my leg?
Yeah. As I said, I would contract with you to do this.
Oh, of course. Between what I've got personally and the petty cash, I'm sure I can get you what you deserve. So,
Okay.
I know of another chunk
You're
that has a
talking my
case of
language.
sauce ready to go for me. I actually cleared it with them just before you arrived. If you mention it to whoever's working the counter there, they'll hook you up.
Little weird.
Bring it back here.
Little coincidental.
We'll be golden. Thanks.
Okay.
Ooh, I can't wait until it's time to eat. I'm gonna use our discount to get a bunch of different
Red
chunks
cheesecake.
and mix them all up. Try some freaking good flavor profiles, as they say.
Right.
It's
What
one thing to
biz?
learn about early
What are you
colony
doing?
life.
Weird
it's
place.
another to experience it.
Joyce. Joyce is apparently outside. I have once again
It's
enlisted.
a little weird that people come here to see what early colony life is
Yeah.
like. To me, it's just how
So I've once again contracted our ship and assistance for stuff. Apparently we go this way. You must be Joyce.
Some of the locals dislike tourists, but I love learning new insights from them.
Perfect.
Oh, hello there. Are you here about the brownouts?
Yes,
That's
actually.
usually the only reason people come up here to talk to me, since I'm the power system manager here.
So you're in charge of the power?
Oh. Yep, I get it all right.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm in charge of the electrical power here. We generate a lot of wind-based power here on
Pretty
Titan,
good joke
which
if you
is my
ask me.
specialty, so I was tapped to help navigate all the unique challenges we face here. Shocking, I know.
Oh, I see what you did there. Shocking. Electricity. Nice. But in reality, yes, I did come to talk about the brownouts.
Of course you did. That's okay. It's a problem here. Citizens and visitors alike have a right to know what's going on and when to expect a fix.
Well,
Problem
that's why I
is,
came up here.
I don't know how long we'll have to deal with this, because I'm needed here to oversee the whole
Right.
system, and we don't currently have anyone available to go out and solve the issue at the moment.
You see, I'm a bit handy and willing to contract my services for a wide array of different things. I do have limits. Right. So, you mentioned that New Homestead gets its power from wind turbines on the surface, correct?
Did you see those huge wind turbines out there on your way in?
Yes.
They're our primary source of power generation. Titan's strong
Alright.
winds provide an almost constant source of power, as long as we can keep the machinery from icing over.
I see. And because it's freezing cold out there, it is a tricky problem to solve. Is that about a good summation
Lot
of
to
working
think
on the
about,
surface?
huh? Well, I just started this job a few months ago, but I'm loving it, despite all the small frustrations of working on ancient equipment. I came here as a child and did one of the tours. I loved it so much, I jumped at the chance to come back after finishing my studies in energy science.
Fair. It's got a nice
I know
charm
it may
to
sound
it.
unusual, but
Weird.
I knew what I was getting into with Titan's harsh surface. The challenge is actually one of the things that attracted me to the job.
Okay. So you're not originally a new homesteader. It's kind of interesting.
No, New Atlantis, born and raised. It's okay though. I've always liked this quaint little moon. Not that it's actually that little as far as moons go. The people here were a little
Well,
wary of someone coming in from the
in a
outside, but once I
galactic
changed my name in
scale,
accordance
it's
with their
pretty
local
little.
customs, it went a long way to build trust. And that was fine by me. I feel proud, taking on the name of the Earth City my family came from many, many years ago.
I tuned out a little bit there, I'm sorry. But, more specifically related to the brownouts, I do have some experience in helping to diagnose and resolve brownouts on New Atlantis. And I'd be willing to enlist my services for that again.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. I'm a little new to the job, and I'll admit I'm struggling a little bit. I could use some help.
Alright. What are you struggling with in particular?
So I really want to impress everyone and show them I can handle this. The power equipment is ancient and in need of replacement, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
We just don't have the money in the budget right now to
There
do it.
it is.
The previous technician was adamant that it was better to repair than replace. So...
Okay.
He never submitted any replacement plans for budget considerations. We have to wait for next year.
That's unfortunate. How then can I help in the short term?
I could use someone who's handy with a laser cutter to break up the ice that's formed on some of the power system
Okay.
machinery out there.
I can do that.
That should clear up the shorts we've been experiencing and stop the brownouts. Does that sound like something you can do?
Yeah. I know my way around a laser cutter.
Oh, thank you. I guess I'm lucky you showed up then. Just be careful not to hurt yourself or the equipment. I'll continue to monitor things from here.
Alrighty then. Let's go out there then. Well, it helps if you have more than just one cutter, in my experience. Alrighty, boys, girls, people. Get your suit on. We are going out. Jesus, it's cold. Alright, alright, alright. Brownout. My assumption... Oh, this way. Alright, it's a... Well, to put it mildly, it is... absolutely frigid out here. Oh, I see some problems. Problem one. This turbine seems to be, what's the technical word? Borked? Ah, yeah, that's...
Are you shooting at flies now?
What? What was that supposed to mean? It's rather rude, I think. I don't even know what that was supposed to mean, Sarah, but I will take it as I am an extremely accurate shot.